at least, because you really wanted to understand the history of the sport, who was the man at the time. You talked about Arnold Schwarzenegger. We all know who he was, or who he is, and definitely somebody that I admired early on to be a champion. You know, like, he was definitely one of my childhood heroes, because at the time, you know, growing up, we had the President's Council of Health and Fitness test, and he was the guy that was conducting that. I thought, wow, like, this guy's muscular, like, this guy's bigger than Lou Ferrigno, like the Incredible Hulk. Like, he's shaped in Adonis fashion that if I could look a little bit like that, I'd be so happy. Little did I realize I'd be a lot bigger than that, and yeah, it's just been a wild journey.
How did you mentally, like, when the stomach gets full, you're like, I won again, I won again, I won again, I won again. How does that keep you focused to keep wanting to come back and win? Because sometimes, you know, success is the biggest liar, right? Because it gives a lot of blind spots. How did you consecutively stay hungry? That's the biggest challenge sometimes in business. You make a lot of money. You make $3 million in a year.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do I come back again next year? What record am I trying to break this year?
You know, when I did my first Mr. Olympia contest, it was in 2008. I had turned pro in 2005. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of like a LeBron or a Kobe Bryant coming out of high school. Sponsorships, everything, everybody's attention's on you. I qualified for the Olympia in 2006 and 2007, declined to compete because I felt like I needed more experience. Pissed the hell out of Joe Weider. I mean, he was our godfather of bodybuilding. He was my boss for Flex Magazine, Muscle and Fitness. I had to sit in his office and tell him, no, I need more time. What are you talking about, Phil? Like, you could be top 3. No, I need more time, but I'll make it count. So I placed 3rd at my first Mr. Olympia contest in 2008. Upon that night, I realized it's possible, but when? And at first you say, well, when? Okay, I did third in the world. Wow. Now it's not about when, it's about, you know, how many. So when I got that opportunity, and if I may, I'd like to tell you a quick story about this. So in 2008, I placed 3rd. That following year, I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna win this damn thing. You know, it's my first time. Like, I got 3rd. I'm about to go ahead and beat these guys. I got food poisoning the night before. And we talk about things that you can't control. I trained, I did the diet, I did all that stuff. Sometimes when you're dieting the way that we diet, your immune system is very, very compromised. The slightest thing, handling of food, fish, steaks, stuff like that, it could really mess with you. Shaking hands with fans the night before could do that. You just never know. It's almost like someone getting up and saying, how you doing, Phil? What's going on? It's like sweaty hand and this and that. Next thing you know, you're touching your face on accident. Next thing you get sick. You get people from all over the world coming to the Olympia. So I don't know what it was, but I just remember having the EMTs come into my room at 5:30 in the morning that Friday, and they're telling me not to compete. And I said, you know what? Let me, give me a second. Okay, God, you know what's going on. I can't control this. They want me to go to the hospital. I'm not going to the hospital, but if I throw it one more time, I'll go. But I don't want to go because these fans I just met from all over the world paid a lot of money to see me. So if I can just compete, I know I'm not going to win, but if I can just compete, I'll be all right. So I placed 5th at that contest. And I was really disappointed because, you go from 3rd to 5th, and one of the defining moments in my life at that time was the following day we had a photo shoot with Joe Weider. And anyone that ever read a Flex magazine, especially with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Joe Weider was always there, always there. Well, as he got older, he's no longer with us as of today, but that was the last photo shoot that he would have with all of the athletes. And it was the first time since those days of Arnold that Flex magazine athletes, muscular development athletes, which was a rival magazine, still is, all came together. So it'd almost be like DC and Marvel coming together for Stan Lee and having a photo shoot. So that's kind of like what it was. I was there 2 hours before the photo shoot. Reporters come in, they're like, why are you here? I'm training legs. Now I just lost 26 pounds, competed, this and that and the other. And I'm talking about 26 pounds in one day and competed. While everybody else is, partying it up, Saturday, you know, whether they won or lost, you know, they're all having a good time, eating pizza, doing this. I'm thinking about how I'm going to get better. I said, you know what, I'm going to get my ass up. I'm going to go to the gym. And I go to the gym. Reporters are like, why are you here? And why are you training legs of all things? You're depleted, you're this. And I said, I got 5th last night. They're like, yeah, but you know, you got sick. You know, it happens. This, you know, you got 5th in the world. It's not that bad. You're the youngest pro on the circuit. I said, you know what? That's cool that you say that, but I'm very stubborn, and I want to train so hard that I'm trying to make a compelling argument with God and the universe that even if he says no, he's going to be like, well, I got to give it to him because he's just too damn stubborn.
I love that. I love that.
So, thank you. I just would not take no for an answer. I was like, I don't care. Like you say, there's certain things you can't control. I get it, but I'm like, I'm going to try to fight this thing. And then 2010 comes. I'm standing up on stage with Jay Cutler. He had won 4 Mr. Olympia titles. He was going for number 3 at the time. And, no, number 4. Yeah, number 4. This was his 4th one that he was going for. And the announcer, his name is Bob Ciccarillo, and he always likes to to stall, to create suspense for you guys. So he says, like, the next name I read is going to be your 2010 Mr. Olympia champion. Now get this. I had just previously got 2nd place at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic that same year. So 2009, I got 5th, came back 6 months later, got 2nd, thinking, I'm back in it, I'm about to go do this, got new sponsors, got some extra money in my pocket, I'm motivated, I'm ready to kick some ass, I'm doing promos, I'm telling everybody I'm coming for you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I froze up. So, and you're like, what do you mean froze up? Like you've already did your posing, like you're just waiting for the results. Froze up, I'll tell you what happened. So they announced the name, they say Jay Cutler, and everybody's like, yay, and he and I are friends at the time, and I'm happy for him and this and that. I go home, I watch the video, and I'm analyzing. So for me, when it comes to bodybuilding, I look at every little thing, but I'm looking at behavior. So I said, you are the biggest, and I'm sorry, excuse my language, you're the biggest fucking pussy ever, Phil. And one of my friends heard me say that, like, why are you calling yourself that, man? Like, what the hell was wrong with you? I said, watch this video. He goes, what? I said, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. I exhaled. They announced Jay Cutler's name, and I go, why did I exhale, guys? Because I was happy that I got 2nd place. Because you know what they do with 2nd place? You should have won, Phil. I had you winning. Everybody loves the underdog now. Everybody roots for the underdog. The underdog is safe.
Very interesting.
He's safe. Phil, you just got 2nd place at the Arnold Classic. You were robbed there too. Oh, you just came back from placing 5th the year prior. Oh yeah, you know what, Phil? I had you winning, man. Like, I'm friends with Jay, man, but I had you winning. That's what, and you know what that does? Oh yeah, I should have won. I should have won. I didn't deserve to win because I didn't own it. But I sure as hell went in front of those reporters, man, prior to the show. I'm here to win. I'm here to do this. But when it was time to own it, I punked out. So that following year, I said, I'm not going to do any promos, nothing, until I own it. Until I own it, and that meant I don't have to talk about this. I don't have to tell people what I'm doing. I don't have to talk about what I'm doing tomorrow and this and that and screaming from the mountaintops and doing these Instagram videos and Facebook and this and that. I don't have to tell you shit. I have to look in that mirror and I have to say it to myself one damn time and look at myself and be like, man, you ain't ready. Or are you ready? Really? Okay, go do it. So then, when I won the Olympia in 2011, it's a different type of exhale. You close your eyes, and then for some reason,